Good afternoon, y'all. Um, this is Sandy again. Just thought I'd do a little spot here and call it Sandy's Words of Wisdom. Many years ago, when I was a young man, my grandfather, I guess I was probably 16 years old, and my grandfather and I went out fishing. And we wasn't having a good time catching anything. I mean, we were having a good time, but we just wasn't catching anything. And it was starting to get boring to me. And I asked grandfather, I said, if we're not going to catch anything, why don't we just go back home? And he looked at me and he said, well, did you come out here to catch something? I went, well, yeah, I thought that's what we were coming out here for, was to catch something. And he said, well, if you are going fishing to catch fish, you're going for the wrong reason. And I thought to myself, I said, here I am, young and dumb. I said, that don't even make sense. I didn't say that to Granddad because he would probably throw me out of the boat. But I went, oh, like that. And he said, when you figure out what that means, you'll start catching more fish. And I thought to myself, this old man has gone crazy. He's not making any sense. So, I was out fishing. It's probably, Granddaddy had passed away, and it was years after he had passed away. And I went down to Fields Landing, and I was sitting on the bank. I guess I was about 27 years old. And I was sitting on the bank, and I wasn't catching anything. But I was having a really good time just talking to people and enjoying the afternoon. The weather was nice, a little bit overcast, so the sun wasn't beating down on you too hard. Temperatures were right, just comfortable. And I was just really enjoying being there, mostly in the quiet, enjoying the atmosphere of it, And it was almost like he tapped me on my shoulder. And he said, now you've got it. And it hit me. This is what Granddaddy was talking about. Nobody was catching fish. Okay? A lot of people was complaining about nothing biting and getting upset and all that stuff, and I was just having a good time. And I realized that you don't have to catch fish when you go fishing. And once I realized that, I started paying more attention to my fishing. I started focusing more on it. So that was when I really started catching more fish. If something told me I needed to change my bait, I'd change my bait. If something told me I needed to move to another spot, I'd move to another spot. And I quit trying to stick to some kind of ironclad thought about, I'm going to catch fish, I'm going to use this method. And I just started catching fish. And whatever, I'd try crazy stuff that I'd never used before, start catching fish. So, my word of wisdom for you is, if you're going fishing to catch fish, you're going for the wrong reason. Even if you're fishing a tournament. The idea is to catch fish in the tournament. But the main part is to have a good time. And if you have a good time, when you win tournaments or you win money, then that makes it that much better. but go to have a good time. Don't worry about catching fish. If you want to just bass fish, just bass fish. I got to the point to where I just put my boat in back when I had a boat, and I would just go fishing. I might have a general something I wanted to go after, bass, crappie, catfish, something. But that, I wasn't locked into that. If nothing was happening on that, and I thought, well, that spot over there looks real bassy, I'd crank up, run over there and fish. Usually would catch some bass. Or if it looked like it might be a good spot for crappie, I'd do the same thing. Change over, go to catching them. Brim, same difference. So y'all just remember, if you're going fishing to catch fish, you're going for the wrong reason. Relax, enjoy yourself, have a conversation with somebody you've never talked to before. You'd be surprised. There's some really good people out there. Y'all remember to thank the Lord for all your blessings. Keep your aim true, your line tight. And we'll catch y'all next time.